Hello, Derek. How are you doing today?
Mr. Shane Walton, hey, how are you? Excited to be here at the Commercial Loan Broker Institute webinar and ready to share some really good information. So thank you.
Wonderful. I'm glad to be online with you as well. Let me boot up some screen sharing here and we will get rolling. Today, we're going to be talking about how to be your own boss and run a lucrative brokerage without all of the risks of starting from scratch. So Derek, what are we going to be covering today?
Thank you, Shane. Today we're going to be talking about who we are and why do we do what we do in this crazy market called commercial loan, as being a commercial loan broker and how it has impact. What are the big opportunities for loan brokers, new, old, and prospective? What are the big risks in the industry and how we can avoid those risks and landmines from past experiences? And then we're going to open it up for Q&A. So that's our full agenda for today. So with that said, who are we and how do we as a team help brokers to be successful in the environment of a commercial loan broker? Well, we have three core value propositions tied to this, and that's capital sourcing, marketing, and then training. And as you can see, the two emblems below, Alternative Funding Partners happens to be our capital sourcing arm. And then the Commercial Loan Broker Institute provides the training and the marketing. So that ties in all the infrastructure. So with that said, before we jump into that, let me share a little bit about myself. My name's Derek Brown, and thank you for taking this time to learn about our programs. I'm a former senior VP with Wells Fargo Banks. I also was a former senior VP with Harvest Small Business. I have been in the industry now for a good number of years. I actually did 27 years, can you believe that? But I'm still brokering loans today. I started my own personal brokerage firm back in 2007, and I've been excited and learned a lot of things since that time. And my other sidekick that you just heard from, you're going to hear more from today, is Shane Walton. Shane is the founder of Greenvine Marketing, and it's a marketing agency that helps clients to leverage latest and most cost-effective marketing techniques for branding, and also their website development and the consulting side that ties to that, and they are a national firm. So with that said, before we kick into this, I think we have a nice offer for you. Shane, if you could share that with them.
Sure. We just want to say thank you for taking a few minutes out of your schedule today to jump online and learn a bit more about everything we do here at the Institute. So later on, in a couple of minutes, we'll pop up a link for the Brokerage Launch Checklist. Now, this is really a critical tool for launching a new brokerage. And it's a checklist that we've used and sold for $47 as a low-cost initial foray into planning your brokerage. But we're now giving it away to people for free who are joining the webinar. And it covers each step in order for starting your brokerage. It breaks it all down as an easy to follow step-by-step checklist. Now this covers entity setup and incorporation. So how do you set up your company? How do you incorporate? How do you identify your niche market? How do you, what do you need to do to create your brand? What tools do you need to run your brokerage? And checking off step-by-step each of the tools and how you're going to create them. The industry knowledge checklist that gives you all of the tools and the knowledge on exactly what you should focus on with your personal study. Checklist for launching and developing your professional network, as well as strategies for ongoing marketing, what to do first, second, and third. And we'll add this download link into the chat. We'll pop it up as a button you can use here in a few minutes. But before that, back to you, Derek, really, what is the big opportunity that you're seeing for change in the market today?
So for my perspective, that slide you're looking at, that used to be myself. I worked for different companies, making them money, helping them to build their businesses and be successful at it. For me, I kept hitting my head up against the wall, and I wanted to make the change to where opportunity was what brought the key tie-in for me to make a change. And so my big opportunity came in still the world of finance, specifically small business, medium-sized businesses, and large businesses. When applying for traditional credit across the country, every business has some of the same challenges. With the lender traditional market, 90% of the businesses are turned down. And that opened the door for me to have an opportunity. There's a huge gap in the marketplace. And as you can see on the left there in the green, approved, one person gets approved and all the other small to medium and large businesses get declined for a various number of reasons. And that in itself opened the opportunity for me from the perspective of, wow, there are folks looking to lend, there are folks that need financing, and there's the middle person. The person with the red tie would be us. That's the middle person that fills the gap. So what we do, we connect with the folks looking to lend, and we connect with the folks that are looking to borrow. And we fill that gap where you can generate up to 5% in fees, anywhere from 1 to 5%, depending on the type of loan that you're facilitating. The opportunities could be endless there. But the question comes up, how does a broker find business? Well, you can do it the old-fashioned way. You can cold call. You can buy leads, like a lot of firms like to sell you leads. You can pay someone to buy the leads. You can also mail letters. Believe it or not, people are still sending mail out because I still get a lot of junk mail. You can wait for the phone to ring, or you can pray for a referral. Well, that doesn't work. Those are the old models. What is the new way to find business? Well, you want to focus where you'll get the biggest return, and we call that in our industry a COI, or a center of influence. What's a center of influence? Well, those are folks you meet in the associations you're connected with. My personal favorite is commercial real estate brokers, CPAs. I do a lot of work with bankers across the country. My own personal network, your own personal network, title companies, attorneys. So there's a plethora of centers of influence that you can pull business referrals from. Our unique process that we like to teach in concept is what we consider the 5 Ps: prospecting, promotion, packaging, pricing. And you can see, if you were focusing on promotion in itself, use proven marketing tactics that we share with you and teach you to build trust and to differentiate yourself in the marketplace with other prospective brokers that are trying to do the same thing. And then, of course, packaging. We create an inviting loan package, and then we teach you how to place it with the right lender. Nothing's worse than trying to put a square in a circle. You know, taking a square peg and putting it in a circle just doesn't work like that. The same applies to finding the right lender. We also teach you how to negotiate the best deals and execute quickly and effectively. And at the end of it all, it ties you into profit. So with that said, we like to use our 5 Ps, but we have also the question that comes up, well, what kind of loans and vehicles that you use? Well, we have a variety of loans. And once again, the fees can range anywhere from 1 to 5%. We focus on 3 core types of financing vehicles or loans. And as you can see, equipment financing, commercial real estate, and then of course, lines of credit. You know, we don't open that door to all the other things because you don't have a degree in all these different disciplines, nor do you need one. But let's take, for example, commercial real estate down there on the left of the screen on the bottom. When you talk about variety of loans, that could be acquisition, construction, permanent financing, business. We can do development loans for larger development firms. We can do fix and flip, all things commercial. And the same goes on with equipment. As you can see, purchase, lease, sales back, so on and so forth. So we have a variety of loans, and we teach you the various disciplines. And what we find with our brokers and our what we call graduates after they've taken our program, they kind of find their own niche of what they like to chase and learn. So we kind of leave it up to that individual. We help you develop that with a plan. So with that said, how much can I make? I get that question all the time. I know Shane gets that question all the time. I'd like to share 3 examples of one of our graduates that right after they completed our program, they were able to close 3 loans in the first 6 months of their business. Does that happen for everybody? Absolutely not. It depends on your circumstance, your location, and your market. But in this case, they had a brewery In this case, the brewery wanted to lease, they didn't want to lease their building anymore. They wanted to purchase their building. So in order to purchase the building, they also wanted to add some new equipment. And in this scenario, the broker was able to secure a loan for $3.3 million and charge them a 1.25% origination fee. And as you can see, they generated from this one client, providing them two types of loans at $41,900, not too shabby. Then they also had an architectural firm. This one was a little bit more complicated. We worked with them and coached them a little bit on this one. This client wanted to refinance with cash out. Particularly, the client was asked, they were being exited out of their bank because they had some challenges with that bank and their own credit. So the current bank called their loan. They needed fast and a creative solution. And in this scenario, the broker was able to charge them 2.5% success fee for a $725,000 loan, and they made $18,125, as you can see. And then last but not least, they had another unique type loan. They were working with an engineering firm that was having some challenges, and they needed their credit line was frozen with their traditional bank that they did all their banking relationship for a number of years. Well, the bank froze their line and it killed their cash flow. So we were able to work with them and get them, help them to secure a $700,000 line of credit, replacement with a $2 million accounts receivable line, which is really brilliant. And in this case, they made an initial 1% success fee, which paid them right out the gate 20 grand. And then they were able to set up a factoring relationship with the factoring company that paid them an additional 5% of the monthly factoring fee. And that gave them actually $60,000 for that first year. And my understanding, they still are receiving fees from their factory from that one-time relationship. With all that said, 3 loans placed, $140,025 in profit. Not bad for a newbie in this case, this person was previously an insurance agent. So unique opportunity. How does it bring value and leverage for you? Well, opportunity to transform your life. For me, it was to own my own business. You can own your own business. Work from home full-time. Some folks do this part-time. They still have a full-time gig that they're working at, and then they transfer or transform themselves into a full-time gig. Can you make real money at this? You could make real money, as you just learned from our previous graduate. Work on your own schedule, something that I like. You can do this from anywhere in the world. I do a lot of business on the road because I get to live on my own schedule. You can live on your own schedule, control your own destiny. That's the whole point of being a successful commercial loan broker. You have these type of benefits that tie in that folks don't usually think about, talk about. But these were my drivers for me becoming a commercial loan broker full time.
And Derek, I want to make sure we're setting a clear set of expectations for everybody who's watching right now. Once you had a long history of experience in commercial finance, and once you discovered this opportunity for yourself and said, hey, I'm going to set out on my own, was it all flowers and rainbows and unicorns immediately, or were there any challenges, any landmines you stepped on along the way?
Thank you, Shane. Great question. When I first started out, I didn't have my tools. As you can see in this slide, there's a landmine. And what I experienced in my first 3 years was I lost money. I got taken advantage of by some other brokers. I didn't know how to get paid. I can remember telling the client, I can get your loan done, and I got their loan approved, but I didn't even know how to take it to the next level of collecting my check from that client or from that lender. So the landmines that I did also experience was taking a deal to the wrong bank and wasting my time, wasting the client's time. What we bring to the table now, since that time, I'm able to provide a comprehensive contract with that client, whether it's equipment financing or real estate, and avoid the issues that I had to deal with. And the pitfalls that hit me back then cost me money. So we believe we can accelerate that process to teach you those landmines, and you avoid those and be successful in this business. And every big thing had a small beginning. So we teach you the basics of that. You get to use our products, and Shane's going to share a little bit more about that as we go on. So Shane, I'd like to kick it back to you, and if you can give us a perspective of what the Institute's brokerage launch program is all about, that would be awesome.
Sure, I'd be happy to. So we've really built this as a comprehensive solution for someone who is launching their own brokerage. And with that, we've built individual core components for each of the primary needs that a brokerage has for success. And I'll just give a quick overview of these and then run through them one by one in more detail. Anybody can take advantage of the entire program or just the pieces that are the best fit for them. So first off, the Virtual Academy. That's a comprehensive virtual, meaning online training program that you can take on your own schedule, learn at your own pace, you can return to again and again, and also includes a real live personal dedicated coach, trainer to help you along the way. We also have a skills bootcamp. Now that's an in-person training event that is 3 days of intensive skills practice and coaching feedback, very much driven by performing and improving your performance. Then we have a lender network. We have well over 25 direct lenders that are positioned to source capital for really any type of client, to the list that Derek covered earlier, plus a whole lot more. The Alliance program. Everybody who goes through our program becomes an Alliance partner. And that membership gives you ongoing support for you, your clients, and your staff as you grow, ongoing in perpetuity forever. We also offer dedicated coaching. Now that goes beyond the support from the Alliance program and has an intensive plan that goes from your annual goals down to your quarterly, down to your monthly, down to your weekly action list, down to your daily actions. And we give you ongoing support throughout implementation of that. You get a very close one-on-one relationship that you develop with your coach. We also include custom marketing. Now this is 100% custom branding for everything that your brokerage needs to present a professional face to the world. That includes your logo, your business cards, your website, your brochures, your CRM, a whole lot more, your pitch decks, and a whole lot more. We also include the resources that you're going to need, the actual tools that you're going to be using daily to run and grow your brokerage as well as work with clients. That's everything from all different types of IP, your forms, your agreements, your presentations, your certification, a whole lot more. All of the trainings are delivered by people with at least a decade of experience, all vice presidents or higher within the finance industry. And we believe that when you are running a brokerage, your management team needs to be on the same page. So if you do have a business partner, we invite them to join as part of the program for free, no additional cost for them. So to give you just a bit more information on the All Access Virtual Academy. Now this runs through a number of different modules, each of which builds on the other. So it starts off with your foundation, critical industry knowledge. Now it's going to cover the loan types, the terminology that you're going to need to use on a daily basis as the interface between the financiers, the bankers, the capital sources that speak their own language, and your clients who typically speak normal English. And so you get well versed in all of that. And you also, it includes training on how to really understand and read financials to see any challenges before you go ahead with the loan package, and see where there's opportunities that others may have missed, as well as how to cover, how to interpret and compare tax returns against financials. So all of that's included in the foundation. Then we move on to marketing magic. That's where we really dive in deep to the COI, or centers of influence strategy. How do you build those strategic alliances that create a steady stream of referrals? What are the outreach strategies? So not just the philosophy, but what are the tactics, the copy-paste messages that you use on LinkedIn and email to do outreach, secure an initial meeting? And then when you go into those meetings, what are the scripts you use? What do you say? How do you present yourself? All of that is included, as well as how do you brand yourself, identify your niche? How do you market your business on an ongoing basis on social media, search engine optimization? What is blogging and newsletters and email marketing, and how's that all fit in? Everything there is included. Packaging and closing, that's where we're covering assessing deals, deciding which opportunities are worth your time and which ones aren't, pricing, and placement. How do you identify the right lender for each opportunity and make it easy for them to say yes? And of course, how do you see that through to closing? You also get to meet your lenders, especially training from a variety of direct lenders in our entire online lender library. And then you get hands-on launch materials to help you go through the steps of creating your business plan and launching your business. Now, our philosophy here, underpinning all of this, is that you learn best when you can learn on your own schedule. Review trainings whenever you want a refresher and work at your own pace. There are some people who want to binge watch this Netflix style and they will dive through that whole training. That's what they do all day, every day, and they get through it in a week. For others, they say, hey, I want to launch my business, my brokerage in 3 months or 6 months. Now I'm preparing now, I'm getting the foundation laid. And so I'm going to, after I put the kids in bed, I'm going to watch it, do an hour of training every night. Whatever it is, you can learn where you are and learn at your own schedule. And you also have the ability to work one-on-one with your personal trainer. That's included because these trainings are amazing. They're goldmine. And still, there can be questions that come up. When those questions arise, we want to make sure that you are well prepared with immediate answers. You have somebody to talk to, somebody in your corner to make sure everything is making sense, fitting together, and you're getting that one-on-one personalized support that you need. So that is included in the All Access Virtual Academy as well. Completely different subject. Let's talk a bit about golf. Golf is a fun sport. It's a great excuse to get outside. If you're walking all 18, it's some good exercise. And you also get to do some business and build some relationships. Another great thing about golf is there's so much information on how to be better at it. You can go online, find YouTube channel after YouTube channel with hours upon hours. You could probably spend the entire next year watching golf trainings. And of course, there's as many golf magazines, golfing books, and other courses you could want. So given all of that, given the fact that this information is available for you to consume wherever you are right now, why would you ever use a golf coach? Shouldn't that be an antiquated business where there are dinosaurs going obsolete? There's a key role for coaches. When you work with a golf coach, you're not going into, for your first 10 lessons, you're not sitting there watching them with a whiteboard, outlining the fundamental premises of golf and how to play the game right. No, they are watching you perform. And they are helping you to improve that performance. They're saying, hey, if you change the angle of your shoulders, or you change by just a few degrees the angle at which the club face contacts with the ball, you are going to produce worlds different of results from these changes. And the way they see that, the way they identify those unique opportunities for you is by watching how you are performing. How are you actually moving? And that gives them the ability to help you see yourself more clearly, help you to make the changes. And when you make those changes, they give you immediate feedback. Are you succeeding or not? Or do you need to tweak it in another way? And so this is the same philosophy that we apply to our intensive skills bootcamp. Now, this bootcamp is not you sitting there and getting lectured to. Rather, it focuses on you practicing, getting immediate feedback on how you can perform, practicing again, immediate feedback, practicing again, so that you go ahead and you experience in the course of a few days what you may experience in the course of your entire first year as a broker. Having that many conversations, doing that many pitch meetings, so that you can see where your strengths are and where your weaknesses are, and you can polish them and fix them before you ever get out into the market. So it starts and follows along the same modules. First, foundation, critical industry knowledge. But you're not doing the learning here to the same degree. Rather, you are decoding actual redacted financial statements and tax records from real deals. And you are searching for the opportunities, seeing what is the challenge in them, and making sure that you're getting that practical experience under your belt so you are truly comfortable, not just that you've learned it up here, but that you've done it and done it and done it, and you're a pro. Marketing magic. That's where we're moving on to practicing your pitching, your presenting, and overcoming objections, because even the best presentation will still sometimes face objections, right? It's just the nature of any professional business interaction. So what do you do when somebody says, well, I don't think it's a good fit for me because of X, Y, or Z? Well, if it's the first time you've had to answer that question, it could be hard. But in the Skills Bootcamp, you are presented with those objections again and again so that you have the opportunity to polish your response and have it feel, when you actually face it with the first client, like it's second nature. There's no stress occurring. You know exactly what to say. You've done this before, and you know what you need to do to succeed, to move the conversation ahead and still be able to help that client. Moving on to packaging and closing. Here we're practicing interviewing clients with the script and assessing deals in scenario after scenario, figuring out where the opportunity is, what would be the best fit for financing, and creating those loan packages. You then move on to meeting your lenders. Here you're getting more in-person training from direct lenders, where you can shake their hands and build those relationships. And you also are doing your hands-on launch work, where you're working with your coach to develop that personalized step-by-step action plan. Now, again, this is undergirded by the philosophy that you should spend your time practicing and improving your performance, not listening to lectures. There's no reason for you to fly across the country to listen to a lecture and watch somebody write on a whiteboard or another PowerPoint. You can do that where you are right now, but you cannot get one-on-one immediate feedback from an experienced coach on your performance where you are right now, which is why we've built the Skills Bootcamp in-person training around improving your performance. And we also offer best-in-class branding. Now, we believe that your story is unique. Who you are, how you got into the industry, why you've decided to help people and businesses, what businesses you help, how you help them, all of these are completely unique. And that makes you the best fit in the entire world for some clients. And the power in marketing and branding is when that story about how you are the best fit in the entire world for some particular clients is told in a compelling, attention-grabbing, and authentic way. That creates the opportunity for doors to open, conversations to start, and relationships to blossom. So to make sure that we are telling your unique story, we don't use templates. We start from scratch by gathering your input. Now, this is for every piece of your brand identity. From logos, it might be, I want something that looks corporate and professional, and that's all you have. Great, we can run with that. It might be, you've been thinking about this for the past year, and every time you go to a coffee shop, you are taking another napkin and sketching out another picture of what your logo might look like. And in that case, we say, great, send over all of those napkins, put them in the mail or scan them and send them over. And based on that, we will create the digital designs that mirror those and take them up to the next level, and then send those to you for input. Then we gather your input. You might say, design number 7 is perfect, let's move ahead. Or you might say, I love the font in design number 1, the colors in design number 3 are great, the graphics in design number 5 are good, but what about this other idea? And then we create a whole new set of designs based on that. Get your feedback and move ahead. And we do this across your logo, your business cards, your website, social media accounts, so on and so forth. And just to show how that played out for one particular client, not running through the iteration after iteration of designs, but just showing you Finance Commercial Capital, logo and business cards here. They, their founders had a strong banking background. They wanted to really emphasize that numbers approach in finance, commercial capital. And with that, they wanted to express they are really a modern, cutting-edge brokerage in their approach and still be warm and welcoming. And so with that, you see minimalist, modern style applied to logo with a splash of color, and translating that same philosophy over to their business cards, skyscraper layout, and minimalist styling, very modern, clean looking, lots of white space with a splash of color here and there, and then translating that over to their website as well. Here you're looking at their homepage. You see across all of these different touch points, they're always hitting on, from the business cards to the header of their site, providing small to medium-sized businesses the capital they need to grow. Welcome to Finance Commercial Capital. We make lenders compete for your business. Our sole mission is to get small to middle market businesses the capital they need to grow. Why finance? Lowest price, best service. Really telling the story of what makes them unique and why they are going to be the best fit for certain clients. And also they work in the Phoenix area and have a Spanish-speaking portion to their staff. So emphasizing that on every page, hablamos tu idioma, hablamos tu idioma. And then from there, see an inner page on asset-based financing. In this case, same design, minimalist, with a splash of color here and there, and driving people deeper and deeper into the site to take action. And then translating that same brand identity, similar graphics, but laid out to match the requirements of each individual social media network as we're going across Twitter, over to LinkedIn, over to Facebook as well. So all of that is included in our branding work. Now we also include best-in-class automated marketing. This includes many, many different components. I'll start with the CRM, or the Contact Relationship Management System. And this is a CRM that's designed specifically for brokers. And with that, it gives you the tools. It's customized to cut out everything that you don't need and include everything that you do need for capturing and tracking every single contact, what type of contact they are and their information, every conversation you've had with them. It integrates all of your emails so you can send and receive. Your inbox is all within the CRM. All of your phone calls, making sure they're appended as well. Making sure every single deal you're working on. Integrating your to-do list so every single action is tied back to a contact, to a deal, and you can get from one to the other with one simple click, as well as your calendar, so that you are always on top of every little detail within your brokerage and nothing ever slips through the cracks. And this expands. So as you grow and add on more and more staff, you then can set up we will set up for you, custom access rights so that you can see what your staff is working on, but everything is siloed. So a really amazingly powerful tailored broker management tool. We also include pre-written emails, so everything can be, all of the 80% of the emails you're going to send on a daily basis are already written for you, and one click to pre-populate, edit if you like, and hit send. We also include blogging. So twice every month, we are going into your website, we are writing an article on the finance industry, on new financing opportunities, on educating prospects and strategic partners, and we are publishing those blogs on your website to establish you as a thought leader within the industry. Now, we are also going out and doing ongoing email marketing for your brokerage, where every other week, twice a month, we are going in and we are creating a newsletter that's branded for your company that includes links back to the articles, and we're sending that out to all of the contacts in your database so that you're always maintaining top of inbox placement, top of mind awareness. We also do include social media marketing, where not only do we build the profiles, but we are then every single day going in and on LinkedIn or Facebook, depending on where you really want us to focus. We are daily posting content to grow your followers. We are establishing you as an industry expert on social media who's very active in staying on the pulse of what's happening in the industry. So quick examples, here's a snapshot of the dashboard, where your pipeline's at by stage, open tasks for you and your team, what's closing this month, deals by type. You can see you can one click to get into your activities for the day, the week, the month, or your team's to-do list, your contacts, what companies you're working with, deals you're working on, graph it out, run reports, all of this. And then for each individual contact here, you've got all of the notes on them, and all the deals you're working on. With each deal, you can attach all of their loan files, any open activities that you're working on, what you've done historically, past events, when, where, what you discussed, emails, every email you receive from them, send to them, integrated in here. And one click to just open up, send an email, select what you're going to be saying to them, click, and it's all written for you. And then looking over at blogging, this is 360 Funding Partners, one of our clients out of Georgia. Why Dodd-Frank is a problem, huge problem for small businesses, or merchant cash advances loans are getting small businesses in hot water. MCAs are a great opportunity in some ways, but they're also crazy expensive, right? I mean, annualized over 300%, over 100% interest, over 3 digits, right? And once you get into that, if you can't get out of it, it can be a big problem. This particular company can refinance those, stopping the exorbitant fees and getting your business back on track. So leading with education, but then translating each of those educational articles into a call to action. And here, a newsletter branded for them with their colors, with so many calls to action. Click to visit our site, continue reading article, call us now on a phone, one click, visit us online, another click to call, so on and so forth. And then over on social media, again, daily posting to share industry news, tips, tricks for becoming finance worthy and just running a great business. We also include best-in-class mentoring. Now, this is where you have a personal coach with a growth program that's dedicated to your success. And it all starts with a very structured plan that gets down step by step, day by day, creating a map of not just what are my goals, but what are the individual actions on a daily basis I need to be taking in my brokerage to achieve those goals. And then you have one-on-one coaching. Now, not only are you sitting down with your coach virtually, doing video chats multiple times each month, but you also have a coach in your pocket for instant access whenever you have a question, an opportunity that you need to know how to work this particular deal or a challenge. Great, you've got them there. We also include skills development. Now, it's monthly. Every month you're getting new skills training, interviews with industry experts to keep you on the cutting edge of what's happening within the finance world, as well as making sure that you are continually honing your skills and becoming better and better at pitching, at working with clients, at packaging deals, so on and so forth. It also includes foundation of real world success. What I mean by that is that we believe in teaching only that which we have seen work time and again. Your team, every coach you work with at least a decade of experience, has developed sales divisions, launched and managed brokerages of their own, and marketed, well, actually thousands of businesses and hundreds of brokerages. So a quick roundup. What all is included? Because I know I just mentioned a lot. The full training includes the virtual academy access. That's the training on your own terms, wherever you are, your schedule, with a comprehensive curriculum, as well as tickets to the Skills Bootcamp. That's the interactive learn by doing 3-day intensive. And we structured those 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that you are not needing, if you're in the transition period, to take a full week off of work, right? You can do it around your schedule, take a day off, and make sure that you're getting all of the support training to upgrade your game that you need, but not needing to stop the rest of your life in order to achieve that. We also include tools and access. That's the connection to all of the lenders you need for financing all of your client needs. The business IP, intellectual property, the forms, the agreements you'll use to work with clients, to hire new staff, so on and so forth. Branded pitch decks, fancy presentations like you're watching now, branded for your company to use for all of your meetings, the Alliance Partner Program, get a framed diploma for your office. Marketing, that's the custom logo and business card design, website, broker CRM, automated drip marketing, the blog and newsletters done for you multiple times each month with email marketing, daily social media, mentoring. You've got the mentors with real world success, the coach you get to know very closely. You've got a step-by-step 90-day jumpstart plan that repeats every quarter, because we see every quarter as a new opportunity for a new sprint to success. And they're available whenever you need them with comprehensive ongoing support. So next question we always get, what's the investment? And it really depends. We believe in flexibility. And some of the brokerages we work with, they already have their website up and their marketing, and they have staff in place, and they're just looking to rebrand, or they are looking to just get a coach to work with to help the CEO improve their game, right? So in that case, we have the individual modules that you can purchase one by one standalone. And then we have a huge discount for anybody who's launching and wants to do the entire program. So the virtual academy is $6,495. That's the comprehensive online training program. The skills bootcamp, the 3-day intensive Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is $64.95 for all of that education and ongoing support. The company branding, the logo, the business cards, website, social media, all of that, $8,245. The broker toolbox, that's all of the tools for running your business, loan calculators, checklists, to collect all of the right documentation, and a whole lot more. It's $3,995. Dedicated coaching. That's the monthly support, planning, one-on-one coaching sessions, the industry trainings, ongoing support. That is $695 a month. Automated marketing is $695 a month for CRM access, blogging twice a month done for you, newsletters twice a month, the daily social media. That full launch package, you had everything up together, it is $41,910. And that covers absolutely everything that Derek and I have been talking about today. Now, as I mentioned, there's a huge discount. So more than 50% off, going from $41,000 individually a la carte down to $18,750 for anybody who is using the entire launch platform for their brokerage. So what's next? Really depends on where you're at. You might be saying, is this business model a good fit for me? Is this the right industry for me? Well, if that's where you're at, we have so much more information that we don't have time to share. To help you along in that process, we've pulled together a fit assessment. We call it a profitability assessment. And it allows you to see, from working with so many different brokerages launching in the past and watching their trajectory of success, I'd be able to identify what are the characteristics of people who succeed and really take off in this industry and those who struggle. And so we've pulled together that fit assessment, and you can reach out and we will get you the link to do that. Or you might be saying, I know this business model is a good fit for me. I like the industry. I've still got some questions though about the program. Well, you've got questions. We've got answers. You can ask them now, or you can contact us after the webinar. We've got a support team that is always very quick to respond to get you all of the answers you need. And you can also schedule, when we're running it, a free coaching session through our website. And we do that sometimes we don't. But if we have it up on our website, then you can take advantage of that right now. We also might be at a different place where you're saying, this program is exactly what I was looking for. I'm so glad I found it. Well, in that case, we're looking forward to having you on our team. You can reserve your seat now, and here in about 3 slides, I will give you a special link you can use to claim a special webinar-only discount for that. But first, I love sharing the experience that graduates have going through our program. And this is Dennis Lane. He's the founder of restaurant.com. That's where he made his first sets of many millions, and then I went on to open a brokerage as well. And he said, having gone through numbers of training courses and actually writing my own, I thought the curriculum was excellent, spot on. Since I went through the class, I've recommended it to a number of people, and I've been proud to do so. High accolades from a very experienced entrepreneur. Tony Robbins, one of the success mentors, coaches, gurus of our time, said, the path to success is to take massive, determined action. The way you get to the mountaintop is decide you're going there and take big step after big step to reach it. And we support you in that process. And we will start your branding immediately. And that means that we are in a position for somebody who's going through the whole launch program to build your brand before you get through the class, the skills intensive, and the virtual academy. That means that we're able to develop your logo, your business cards, your website, and social media now so that you are positioned to hit the ground running on your first day. So the earlier you take that first step, the earlier we start working on building out your branding. And that means the earlier you are going to be able to present your business to the world and start working it. Jerry Rice, another success hero of our times, said, today I will do what others won't. So tomorrow I can do what others can't. Same philosophy. It's about taking the big steps today to create the tomorrow that you want to live. And we support every one of our partners in that journey. And we allow you specifically to pay with your profits. Now, what that looks like is that we will finance your company launch for free. with a $9,750 initial investment. Then you get to go through the curriculum, go through the skills bootcamp, go through everything. And then after you've gone through the training and you're back in your city and you're running your brokerage, then it's only $1,500 per month. And that's financing with 0% fee interest, $0 in fees. We do not recommend that you offer financing like this for your clients, but we're doing what we can to help everyone in our network to take the big first step and then make sure that they're just gaining momentum with each additional step. So you're going to be the one who needs to take the first step, but we are going to be with you for the whole journey. We're with you for the whole journey, but you must be the one to take the first step. And so for today's attendees, for everybody who's joining our webinar, and you express your interest in learning more, having a conversation, and you get all of your questions answered, and you fully evaluate the program and decide, is it really the right fit for me? And you make a decision within the next 2 weeks. If that decision is yes, then you can take 10% off of any of our offerings that we have discussed thus far. But that's the whole program. It's about $2,000 savings, or any of the individual modules that are right for you. So you can just click to claim that code for the next 2 weeks. We popped a button off right now somewhere, either that side or down below. I can't remember on our interface. And you can claim your code, and with that, it will reach out to our coaching team. They'll contact you, get your questions answered, and then from there, you'll be able to make a decision and make sure that you're getting 10% off. And in addition, when you click to do that, you will get the brokerage launch checklist for free. So even if you don't take any other action, go ahead and do that so that you get that directly in your email, and you're able to use that for planning the rest of your brokerage launch and growth. I just want to say thank you so much to everybody for taking the time to jump online with us today. And it's really great having you. Please reach out with any additional questions that you might have along the way.